Joe Rogan, a figure synonymous with modern podcasting, is currently facing significant backlash from his listeners. This reaction stems from his decision to break a pledge he made during the early years of his immensely popular podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience. Since its inception, Rogan's podcast has evolved into a cultural phenomenon, attracting a diverse range of guests and generating millions of downloads per episode. Launched in 2009, The Joe Rogan Experience began as a platform for Rogan to explore various topics with guests from different walks of life. Initially focused on comedy and mixed martial arts (MMA), the podcast quickly expanded to include discussions on philosophy, science, politics, and health. Rogan's conversational style and willingness to engage in deep discussions have made the show appealing to a wide audience. Throughout its run, the podcast has produced over 2,000 episodes, featuring an eclectic mix of guests that includes MMA fighters, comedians, writers, actors, scientists, and politicians. This variety has not only contributed to the show's popularity, but has also positioned Rogan as a significant voice in contemporary discourse. In 2020, Rogan took a major step in the evolution of his podcast by signing an exclusive licensing deal with Spotify worth an estimated $200 million. This partnership marked a significant shift in the podcasting industry, as it propelled Rogan's show into the mainstream and solidified Spotify's commitment to becoming a leading platform for audio content. The deal allowed Rogan to reach an even broader audience, further enhancing his influence. Despite his success, Rogan's podcast has not been without controversy. Over the years, he has faced criticism for various aspects of his content, including the guests he invites, the topics he discusses, and his positions on certain issues. Many listeners have expressed concern over the platform he provides for individuals with controversial viewpoints, leading to heated debates about the responsibility of podcasters in shaping public opinion. Recently, Rogan has come under fire for going back on a vow he made during the early years of the podcast. While specific details of this vow have not been widely publicized, it is evident that some of his longtime listeners feel betrayed by his recent actions. This backlash reflects a broader trend in media and entertainment, where audiences demand accountability and consistency from the figures they support. The exact nature of Rogan's broken promise is less important than the implications it has for his relationship with his audience. As a public figure with a significant following, his actions are scrutinized, and any perceived inconsistency can lead to a loss of trust among listeners. Rogan's influence extends far beyond the realm of entertainment. His podcast has become a platform for discussing significant societal issues, and many believe it plays a crucial role in shaping public opinion. With millions of listeners tuning in regularly, Rogan has the power to amplify voices and ideas that may not receive mainstream attention. His reach is particularly notable in the political arena. For instance, when Donald Trump appeared on the Joe Rogan Experience, it marked a significant moment in the 2020 election cycle. Rogan's endorsement of Trump, along with the exposure provided by the podcast, is believed to have influenced the Republican nominee's campaign and voter perceptions. This incident illustrates how Rogan's platform can impact political landscapes, making it a double-edged sword. One of the defining features of Rogan's podcast is its diverse array of guests. The show has hosted numerous high-profile figures, including Elon Musk, Mike Tyson, and various scientists and political figures. Each guest brings a unique perspective, contributing to the rich tapestry of discussions that Rogan facilitates. However, this diversity also raises questions about the responsibility Rogan holds in curating his guest list. Critics argue that by providing a platform to controversial figures, Rogan may inadvertently legitimize fringe ideas and perspectives. This concern is amplified when guests espouse views that contradict established scientific consensus or promote conspiracy theories. The challenge for Rogan lies in balancing open dialogue with responsible discourse, a task that is increasingly difficult in today's polarized environment. Rogan's influence is further magnified by social media. Clips from the Joe Rogan Experience are frequently shared on platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, allowing moments from the podcast to reach audiences beyond traditional listeners. This viral nature of content can lead to misinterpretations or out-of-context portrayals of discussions, further complicating Rogan's relationship with his audience. The rapid spread of information on social media can amplify both support and criticism for Rogan. Supporters often champion his willingness to discuss controversial topics, while detractors may highlight specific moments or remarks as evidence of problematic views. This dichotomy illustrates the challenges faced by public figures in the digital age, where every statement can be scrutinized and dissected. As Rogan navigates the current backlash, he faces a pivotal moment in his career. The trust he has built with his audience is at stake, and how he responds to criticism will likely shape the future of his podcast. Rogan has always been known for his candidness, and it remains to be seen whether he will address the concerns raised by listeners directly or continue with business as usual. The podcasting landscape is continually evolving, and Rogan's show is at the forefront of this transformation. As more creators enter the space, the competition for listener attention intensifies. Rogan's ability to adapt and stay relevant will be crucial as new voices emerge, each vying for a share of the audience. Moreover, the dynamics of advertising and sponsorship in podcasting are changing. With increased scrutiny on content and the responsibility of hosts, brands may become more cautious about associating with controversial figures. This shift could impact Rogan's ability to secure sponsorships and partnerships moving forward. Engaging with his audience will be key for Rogan as he navigates this period of backlash. Many podcasters are increasingly turning to their listeners for feedback and input, fostering a sense of community and shared ownership. By actively addressing listener concerns and fostering dialogue, Rogan can work to rebuild trust and ensure that his podcast continues to resonate with its audience. Rogan's journey raises important questions about the balance between freedom of speech and the responsibility that comes with it. As a prominent figure in media, he has the ability to shape conversations and influence public opinion. This power carries with it a responsibility to consider the implications of the content he produces and the guests he invites. In a world where misinformation can spread rapidly, the role of influential figures like Rogan becomes even more critical. Finding ways to foster open dialogue while maintaining a commitment to truth and integrity is essential for the future of media. Joe Rogan's journey through the world of podcasting has been marked by immense success, influence, and controversy. As he faces backlash from his listeners for breaking a vow, the implications of his actions resonate far beyond his personal reputation. Rogan's platform has the power to shape public discourse, and how he navigates this current challenge will determine the trajectory of the Joe Rogan experience. In the complex landscape of modern media, Rogan's experience serves as a case study in the dynamics of influence, responsibility, and audience engagement. As he continues to evolve as a podcaster, the balance he strikes between freedom of expression and the responsibility that comes with it will ultimately define his legacy in the podcasting world and beyond. The future may be uncertain, but one thing is clear: Joe Rogan remains a central figure in the ongoing conversation about media, culture, and the role of influential voices in shaping our understanding of the world.